This is UFC Fight Night 221. This is the We've Been Drinking MMA podcast. This is Backhand,
This is lousy.
and we are making predictions. This is the second fight on the main card. It's Syed Nurmagomedov versus Jonathan Martinez. And I'm going, this is at bantamweight, 135 pounds. I'm going with Syed Nurmagomedov.
I'm going Jonathan Martinez.
And just going to run over the stats real quick. Jonathan Martinez, very aggressive fighter. He has 4.8 significant strikes per minute. And Syed Nurmagomedov only has 3.6 significant strikes per minute. Both fighters have a 70-inch reach. They're both 5'8", so it's going to be a very interesting contest. Both have 0.5 takedowns per fight, meaning they don't go for takedowns. This is going to be fight of the night, in our opinion. Stand-up war.
A known name versus an up-and-comer. So this is definitely a fight of the night candidate. Probably, I think this might be a lock for a fight of the night. So what do you think?
Absolutely. Syed Nurmagomedov is the counterpuncher. And Jonathan Martinez is the come-forward pressure fighter. When Jonathan Martinez is going forward, man, he's got great leg kicks, great body kicks, and great head kicks. As well as he knows how to... Yeah, he doesn't get tired. He had his last fight with Cub Swanson and actually hurt Cub Swanson with leg kicks as an example of how good his leg kicks are. He hurt Cub in different times in that fight, but the leg kick really made Swanson have to give up. So the guy has definitely damages people. Very aggressive, very fast kicks, very fast. And like I said, body, leg, and head kicks are all really fast.
The reason I like Jonathan Martinez so much is his toughness, his willing to come forward and not stop. And then Saeed, even though he might be a better fighter by paper or probably his skill set in general is probably better than Jonathan Martinez. I think the toughness of Martinez and willingness to go forward and keep coming. And so that's why I think Jonathan Martinez is going to win this fight.
Yeah, so for me, the reason I like Syed Nurmagomedov in this fight is, like I said, Jonathan Martinez is good going forward. He's got a pretty good jab. He does throw some. He has some heat on his punches, and when he's going forward, he's looking good. His kicks are definitely outstanding though, and that's what really helps him win fights. Like I said, how he crushed Cub Swanson with a variety of kicks.
The way Nurmagomedov takes control of the fight in general makes me a little nervous for Martinez. But with Martinez's toughness and durability, his cardio, his willingness to go forward, he's gonna win. In my opinion, he's gonna win this fight.
So, exactly, when he goes forward, he's looking good. However, when he's getting backed up, which isn't, I'm not going to say it's going to happen that much in this fight, but if and when it does happen, his counters, in my opinion, are not nearly as good as when he's going forward. So this is the thing. For me, Syed Nurmagomedov is a guy who I feel will actually be championed in the next 2 years. I really feel that because of his fluidity. He can literally do it all. He can go forward with combinations. He can go backwards with beautiful counters. He doesn't have a ton of power on his counters, but he can do his spinning back fist. If you've seen that, he used to throw it a lot. And that's when he had a loss about 3.5 years ago, and then he started realizing, okay, his coaches probably told him, hey, stop throwing that spinning back fist 20 times in one round, and you got to start winning these rounds. So becomes predictable, and you're just it's a strike that just never lands. You're spinning, you're trying to hit somebody with it's just really difficult to hit somebody when you're spinning. So he's definitely only goes for maybe 2 per round now, and he does it now more selectively, so he's not, losing rounds in a dumb way. The thing is that, like I said, in my opinion, Syed Nurmagomedov, he's going to be top 5 in another year, in my opinion. And I feel, man, like that in 2 years, he'll have beaten some top guys in the top 5, and then he will be getting a title shot, against someone like maybe O'Malley, because I feel O'Malley might be the guy who has the belt. I rewatched that O'Malley, Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan. Peter Yan is the main event for this card, and a lot of people thought Peter Yan beat Sean O'Malley. I feel like Sean O'Malley actually won doing this research for this main event. So I think Sean O'Malley has a really good chance. He got up off the ground with Peter Yan. I think he'll do that maybe with Sterling. I haven't done the research yet, but I'm leaning towards O'Malley. He's just so dynamic and a great talent. So I'm thinking Syed versus O'Malley, and I'm just thinking I'm thinking about that fight. That's how confident I am that Syed Nurmagomedov is the next guy. So.
Want to wager on that, bud?
Yeah, let's put 100 on it just to see if he even gets that fight with O'Malley in 2 years. But so this is the thing. Syed Nurmagomedov is special. He reminds me of a guy, Magomed Sharapov, who was just retired a year or two ago, and he fought in the same camp as John Jones and George St. Pierre. It was Greg Jackson's camp, and all those guys were saying that Magomed Sharapov was the next guy. Magomed Sharapov, he ended up retiring, but I'm telling you, this guy is like basically like him. He's very fluid, got a phenomenal spinning back kick. He throws it like effortlessly. You got to see that. And so he can throw it out of nowhere. He's got his counters are fluid, great. So when he's backing up, he's very comfortable doing that. Whereas and then even going forward, he can throw some combinations. He can throw. The only thing that I see that he literally has every shot in the book. The only thing that I think that he needs to work on is maybe his front kick. His front kick, a little bit obvious. And front kick is kind of very important when he gets to the higher level. So he'll have to improve that, which I think he will over the next year or two. So, yeah, to create that space, especially with someone like Martinez, this will be actually a good chance for maybe Syed to work on that in this fight because Martinez is not going to back down. He's going to be coming forward the whole time, basically. The only way Nurmagomedov can get him off of him is to throw some kicks, throw some leg kicks, slow him down, and then try and take the lead in some exchanges to start backing up Martinez sometimes. But that's why it's going to be a great fight, is because Martinez is going to be going forward a lot. So it's not going to be an easy fight for Nurmagomedov. I just think that in the end, all around, Nurmagomedov has the kicks and punches as well as the beautiful counters backing up, whereas Martinez has got the kicks and punches, but mostly the kicks going forward and then going backwards. I just feel like his counters are a little bit slower, and that's the reason why I'm going with him. It's a firefight, and I just think that you got to go with the more complete guy who can fight forwards and backwards.
I love that explanation there. That's such a great explanation.
But listen, this is gonna be fight of the night.
Fight of the night.
Don't miss it.
Like, this is not going to be a takedown, hold him down. This is going to be, somebody's going to win this fight. Like, smart money is going to be in the distance. Like, somebody's going to win this fight. My money's on Jonathan Martinez with being tough and just being an up-and-comer. And my man backhand here is going to be the name, takes control. Like, probably the better fighter. If you want to be realistic.
He is.
If you want to be realistic, he's the better fighter. But, like, my money is going to be on Martinez.
I'm excited for this fight. I mean, the fact that Lousie's picking Martinez because Syed's minus 240, almost 70% chance to win. It's more of the obvious pick, so I love it with Martinez going forward. His kicks are, like I said, amazing. And all of his kicks, from body, head to leg, all of those three kicks, amazing and very fast. So if Martinez just rushes and does these types of things, he's going to land those kicks, those leg kicks and those body kicks. It's going to be a really great fight, and that's why we're thinking it's fight of the night. And it's going to be Syed, in my opinion, just get with those counters. We'll see if he gets a little too artsy with his little spinning back fist. If he does that, he's in trouble because Martinez can really put a lot of pressure and make you look bad.
Great fight. Can't wait for it. Smart money is going to be in the distance if you want to go that route, but I'm going Martinez.